Hi folks, just a quick comparison between Bona's Green Ceramic and Norton's Blaze-X Ceramic 50 grit edger discs. So this is the F970 BlazeX Norton, and that's the Bona Green Ceramic. They're both pretty good. They will last longer than your typical silicone carbide, your black paper. I've never been a fan of red heat or blue fire. Those just don't do well for me, especially on aluminum oxide. I think that the red heat and the blue fire have always been a waste of money, and now I just special order the Norton Durite, the silicone carbide, whenever I have a big order of sandpaper, because my suppliers don't usually carry it. So I've sanded a bunch of stair treads, and I just wanted to see how long one paper would last versus the other. Results were pretty similar, but it looks like the BlazeX was the winner. So with my ceramic, with the Bona Green Ceramic, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and almost 5 full treads. Still really good compared to any other product on the market right now. But with the Norton BlazeX, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 treads out of it, and I think there's still some left to go with the Norton product. The Norton product, I think if you just apply more and more pressure, it's going to last you an even longer time. I noticed that upstairs I was initially just sort of not super impressed with it, but decided to just pick up an old disc that I had used on a previous job and started using it again, and sure enough I was able to clean up quite a bit more of aluminum oxide finish upstairs, and this is jatoba. It's pretty hard stuff. I don't know if that really makes it a tougher floor to sand. I find that sometimes the harder woods are easier to sand, but anyways, the BlazeX actually shines. I do like the feel of the Bona Green. You know, it's just generally a nicer looking product. It's got like this nice felt backing on it, and it's a bit more flexible. The Nortons are just a workhorse, and they're really tough. This is a thick paper backing. It looks like it's almost as thick as the actual abrasive, and it doesn't have much flex to it. And I don't know if that adds to the durability, if the abrasive is just adhered on there better, if it doesn't break off as easily. I don't know what it is. And these are a little bit harder to change to. It's kind of a pain to put a new disc on. And then when you get it started, well, you're going to have this flexed disc when you initially start your edger. But as soon as it hits the floor, it heats up a little bit, and then it's going to flatten out. And then when you take it off, you know, here's an example of a used disc. Now this one's, you know, nice and flat. But besides that, yeah, you know, in terms of, I don't know, I forget what the cost was on the BlazeX. I'm gonna have to put that in the notes, because that would make a big difference as well. If the BlazeX is, you know, say 20% more expensive than the Bona Green Ceramic, then I guess you could say they're pretty equal in terms of value. But in terms of like durability, the BlazeX wins. Now, that might not always be a great thing because, you know, if you're an edger guy, well, you know that you need to take breaks once in a while, and this thing just keeps on going. So you know, I get pretty sore when I'm sanding 5, 6, 7, 8 treads all in one go, and they're aluminum oxide. You know, if I'm putting a lot of pressure down, you know, I need to take a break. So it's just another thought, but yeah, thought I'd let you guys know. So just a quick addendum to that last part of the video. I've decided to pick up the same edger disc, or to keep the same edger disc on my edger to see how much more it could do. I was able to sand this whole part of the floor, so it's about half of it. I'm going to try picking the Bona Green Ceramic, back up and I'll put it back in the edger and see how far I can take it. So yeah, the BlazeX is working really well. The only thing is you have to put a lot of pressure on it. I noticed that with my Hummel, with the belt. I thought my belt was dead. I ended up just cranking the lever down really hard, and surprisingly got way more mileage out of it. So that's the only thing. These abrasives require a lot of pressure. So if you're a heavier guy, that'll be great. You know, you can probably get more out of yours, but I'm not particularly heavy or strong. I don't think that I would want to use an edger like this all day long, having to apply a ton of pressure, you know, like half of my body weight or whatever. It's hard on the wrists. So yeah, I'm gonna try the Bona Green on this side now. Okay, so surprisingly enough, the Bona Green Ceramic, the used disc that I used to clean up these 5 treads, was still good enough to sand off the aluminum oxide off of this half. So the difference was that it felt a little bit more slippery under me, like the edger just wants to slip out from under me. Whereas the BlazeX, it still feels like it's grabbing the substrate. So it's just it doesn't have that same sort of slippery feeling. I guess both of these abrasives are pretty close. You know, it's not a huge difference. Not for removing aluminum oxide on jatoba anyway. So this is yeah, this is kind of interesting.